All right, so what are your general thoughts on how the women did?
I did not look at any team scores or anything of that nature. I mean, this meet is really for us to give some athletes an opportunity to kind of take that next step in terms of, they may be on the inside in terms of top three, competing for a conference spot, or they may be on the outside of the top three and trying to work to get in. So this is an opportunity for them to really have that opportunity to try to, kind of solidify a spot or be in the discussion. So, I think we did some very good things today in terms of, really having some of our young women too kind of step up and kind of find a place as well. So, week before conference, I'm happy with where we're at.
All right, and general thoughts on the men's?
You know what? We got to, again, I've been excited about our men's group all year long. That is very, very group of good young men who's working very hard, who's very passionate about, really being able to move our men's program to that next step. And we're doing some good things. Still trying to wait for that one meet. But today we kind of ran into some problems with some injuries, unfortunately. And that's not good, obviously, coming out of 1 week before a conference meet. You don't want that at all. You don't want anybody to get injured, but man, so trying to, we got to be able to figure out how we can, try to get some men healthy and try to go out and compete for a conference title next week. They've done a good job preparing for it.
Any individuals, either men or women, that really stood out this week?
Again, one thing about hosting a meet, you're all over the place.
Yeah.
And so you really never, I won't be able to really sit down and look at the men's and women's results until this evening when I get home away from everybody and sit down and zero in on what we did. And so I don't know if any one or two highlights that I can tell you right now, just because being a head coach, home meet director, senior day, you got all those things that you have to work with and deal with. So to be honest with you, I don't know how everybody did. I can't answer that question for you.
And then going into the conference meet, what are going to be your goals and what are you going to do in practice this week?
Well, obviously, it's tapering down time. It's trying to get our athletes ready to run a very good, controlled, confident conference meet, both on the men and the women's side. I think I always believe in a conference meet, you have to handle day one in order to get to day two. If you don't handle day one, you can't get to day two. So you really got to do a very good job of handling day one in order to have an opportunity for day two. So I think that's the first thing we have to do is focus on day one, and then once we take care of day one, preliminary races to get to the finals, then we can focus on day two. So day one is big. I've always been big here. It's big, and hopefully we can get that corner turned.